So I've just done a little bike ride to Centennial Park, and there is a lovely little equestrian centre, so I'm going to go in and see the horses, and then I'm going to just wander around in nature, listen to the birdies, and I know where the bats sleep, so I'm going to go and check out how they're doing today. It is Australia Day today, so it's a public holiday. I tried to educate myself on what Australia Day is, because it's also known as Invasion Day, so I did watch a short documentary on YouTube to try and educate myself. It's not very positive. It's not something that is, I don't know, to be celebrated, I feel like that. But I don't know enough about it, so I need to probably educate myself a bit more. But I am not necessarily celebrating, but I'm just enjoying a day off, and I'm going to immerse myself in nature, because that's what I like to do. Oh, I love that sound. So this is just on the outside of Centennial Park. We're gonna go and have a look at the horses. Oh, I'm so excited. The power of animals. I will go in search of them everywhere. But the power of horses. I'm almost like a little bit nervous to see them because I love horses so much. But there's like this, like, it's just because they're really powerful creatures, and I feel like they intuitive and they sense energy and stuff. Well, I just love animals and I want to go near them. But there's also a bit of fear as well because they're really big. They're really strong. They can jump and scare you, but I also want to cuddle them. So let's see if one will let me cuddle it. Hello. How you doing? What's your name? Oh. You pretty. Oh, it's a nice bum. Hello. Hello. Hi. How are you? Okay, I'm not going to touch you. But you're very pretty, aren't you? Hi. How you doing? Copper. Oh, hi, Copper. Oh, you look friendly. I look like I'm allowed to touch you. Hi. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, you beautiful, aren't you? Aren't you? Oh, hi. You pretty. You're so pretty. Oh. You're lovely. I don't know if you're a girl or a boy. But you're so cute. Who's this one? Oh, hi, Sammy. Hi, Sammy. Hi. How you doing? Are you eating? Huh? Oh, Henry. Hi, Henry. Oh, I like your haircut. Hello. Hello. How you doing? Oh. Oh, Hawk. Ethan Hawk, is it? Are you sleeping? Are you having a little nap? Hi. Speckles. How you doing? Oh. How you doing? You kitty. Oh, Mocha. Hi, Mocha. Oh, you're only little. Hi. How you doing? Hi. Oh, you're funny. Who's this one? Clover. Oh, Clover. Are you playing? Are you playing with the ball? Hi, Clover. Hiya. Oh. I bet that's got some treats in it, isn't it? So cute. You're cute, aren't you? You eating? Hey, Coco. Mm. Oh my gosh. Bam Bam is my favorite name. Bam Bam. Hi, Bam Bam. Oh, you are pretty. Hey, Bam Bam. You having breakfast? Hi. Oh. That's the best name ever. Oh my gosh. Lulu. This is my friend's name. Well, you look just like Lulu as well. With the white blonde hair. Don't you? Hi, Lulu. How you doing, Lulu? Oh, how are you? So it's like this huge stables, and then people are looking after the horses. This is something you're not allowed to pat, and I don't even know if I'm actually allowed to go in there, but I've been in here before just to stroke a couple of them. And then there's this huge area where there's all the stables, and then I think they do riding and learning how to ride. And I kind of fell in love with Bam Bam in there. So the Wadangari. This is a Banksia scrub. Oh, it's an endangered ecological scrub. Wadangari relates to the Darawal dreaming story, which explains why the tree looks like the way it does, and how the flowers and its sweet nectar were created. Okay, I gotta go and search up what this dreaming story is. It's a native plant to the community and great importance of the Aboriginal people. Okay, I gotta learn about this now. I'm gonna search up. Okay, I've just watched a video and tried to read a little bit about what the Darawal dreaming stories are. So apparently the Darawal country is the Darawal lands is the lands of the Darawal Aboriginal people. I'm probably getting this wrong, please forgive me. But of southeastern Australia, and this is their lands, and then the Darawal dreaming is the stories of their, I'm not going to get this right because I'm trying to learn as I'm trying to refer back to. So the Darawal dreaming stories are stories of the origin of their land or origin of their existence, maybe. So one of the stories was of how humans were traveling on a boat towards the Darawal lands, and they turned into animals like the crane and the koala and the whale. And then there's other images of kangaroos and stuff like that. And then there's something about a story of how low clouds was bringing the spirits of the dead back. And then there was something like rubble, that a flower grew out of the rubble. I need to learn a bit more, but I'm interested. This is so cool. I love these the myths or original stories of a land, the original land that I'm more interested in than I don't know, other things around here. I want to learn more about the Aboriginals and their things. And kind of the only thing that I can relate it to is my love of the story of Pocahontas, and their land was obviously taken, and how they're so much more in tune, the natives of the land are so much more in tune with the earth, with the plants, with the animals, and the weather. This is a really cute dog that's coming up to me now. It's a lovely dog that let me stroke him. It's just distracted by animals. But yeah, all these kind of more spiritual connections with the land are so much more fascinating to me, that I think as humans, as a generalization, a lot of people just living on autopilot and living in this other world, living on their phones, living on this oh, I've got to do this, I've got to do this, I've got to work, blah, blah, blah. We're in a world of plants that are growing around us, with animals that are around us, with you know, there's things that we could tap into if we take the time to be aware of what we are surrounded by, like the sounds, the smells of nature, the sights, the feel, I don't know, there's just so much more. Look at these trees, they're so pretty. So yeah, the Darwal refers to the group of indigenous people that lived in this part of Australia, in like the southeastern land, and they all share the Darwal language. So that's what I want to learn a little bit more about now. What is this stuff? Oh, it's like a, what is it? It's a seed? Something. It's an ants in there. It must be some sort of fruit or seed or something. It's coming from a palm tree. I've been to this bit before because I've climbed a tree here with William. That was a couple months ago that we climbed a tree near here. I think I remember which tree it was. I'm going to go back to the tree and I'll give it a good hug. That looks like a huggable tree. Yep, let me get involved. And it also looks like a very climbable tree as well. Oh, look at it. It's lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Big hug. Yeah, so there's bats. When I came here before, well, they showed me where all the bats were sleeping. So I'm going to take a little wander down here. So I was talking to a friend. That's very loud. What is it? Hi, bird. Where's it coming from? I was talking to a friend about chakras and healing and yoga and what I've learned so far and what I'm interested in learning more about, and how if we are tapping into the healing energy of the body, we can actually help ourselves heal more. So I'm learning a little bit. I need to educate myself more, but what I've learned so far about yoga and like chakras and how they're referencing different energy centers of the body, and how we can use practices of yoga, movement, breath, sound healing, smell, like aromatherapy. There's so many different things that you can use to help with healing or opening up the chakras in the body that might be blocked, or we have certain areas that might be holding a lot of tension. So with yoga and obviously different poses, for instance, I was telling my friend about this, how camel pose, how in that position you're opening and helping to stimulate the chakras in your body, from your crown chakra, top of your head, your third eye chakra in your forehead, your throat chakra, your heart chakra, your solar plexus chakra in your tummy, your sacral chakra in your hips, in your pelvic region, and your root chakra in your tailbone. So everything is stimulated in that pose. So when you're holding that pose and you're breathing into it, you're helping release tension that you might be holding in these different areas, energy areas of the body, and how there are also frequencies of sound that help heal these chakras. That's what I'm learning. I'm still not 100%, but I'm gonna try and learn as much as I can. And because I've had some experience with sound bowls in meditation, and they really do make you feel different. Just the sound is something like, I suppose it's this, how music is healing, right? And how things like in song or in humming or in when you do meditation, that sound, there's like a certain vibration that is helping the body like align the cells. And there's so many things I want to learn about this. I just don't know enough yet, but I'm like, oh, I'm excited to learn. And then how in aromatherapy there's certain essential oils that help with different, whether it's helping unblock certain areas of the body, or calming the body and calming your energy of the body. But that's what I'm interested in. Anyway, I was talking about it, but I was just saying how, like, if you open up your mind to learning different ways of healing, you can heal the body. It's not just, I don't really believe in just traditional medicine, going to the doctor. I think we have so much power within us that if we tap into it, we can heal ourselves, but we have to be aware enough, educate ourselves, and be open to healing in those ways, but actually using the power that we have in our body, our breath, the power of our thoughts, the power of our movement in the body, and then using things around us like nature, sounds, smells, like everything. Like in the aromatherapy is all from nature, right? And there's the sound healing that's like sounds that we probably hear within the planet. They might just be a bit more random, but we can choose with the sound bowls to be a bit more like I'm using this now. Like I want to use it now to help me heal. But I'm very interested in learning this now. But I'm going to go and just listen to all the nature around me and see the water, the trees, listen to the birds. I'm going to go look for the bats as well. Little dragonfly over there. Buzzing around. He's back. This is the tree that me and William climbed before. Very climbable looking. I just realised what these seeds are, and this is like a blowing my mind thing, because I have a palm tree in my garden, and I was noticing that there was like these almost like Christmas trees, but it was like kind of the dead branches of what looked like a Christmas tree, and I was like, why are they in the palm tree? But now I'm seeing that's where all the seeds are hanging from the palm tree. This is the palm tree? I'm so not sure. They look like palm trees, but is there different types of palm trees? Well, this one has got all the seeds in it anyway, and that was what was on the ground that I saw earlier. So now I'm understanding a little bit more from what I'm noticing around me. There's so many things I want to look up, so I'm like, I want to learn about the Darawal language and the people, and then I want to now learn about palm trees and the difference of each palm tree, because I might be a bit ignorant thinking this, but I thought coconuts grew in palm trees, but maybe they don't grow in all palm trees. And so what are the seeds here in this palm tree? They're not going to grow up to be coconuts, are they? I'm so dumb. Look, I didn't grow up around palm trees, so I'm not as sure of them as I might with... Oh, I need to learn more about trees. This is it. Go into nature and learn more. That's the goal of life. Oh, look, a puppy. I am happy to say that I don't know everything, and I definitely don't know anything. I know some things, but that doesn't mean that they stay permanent in your mind. Like, you're like, oh, I knew that, but then it's changed now. Things are changing constantly. You're just going to be open to learning more. Every day is a learning day. It's funny having classes where I'm teaching people what I've learned, what I know, and teaching them about the body, or just teaching them, a class where I like to bring fun energy. I like to get happy endorphins going. It's kind of like practicing what I preach, because I love exercising and I love helping people, but I also like creating an atmosphere. So in my classes, I like the music has to be just right. I have to have good music because that gets me going. And I teach by doing, because I'm a kinesthetic learner, so I need to move my body to help teach other people. But obviously I'll go and make sure that they're having good alignment in their bodies as well. But my movement, I hope, this is in my mind, I think can help bring more energy to the room. So if I'm getting the body going and I'm keeping the energy up in the room, and it might help motivate other people. I don't know that, that's just me thinking that. But maybe I have been told that before in other classes, that my energy can do that. So don't know where I was going with that story, but I like creating an atmosphere. So when I'm teaching people in a class of like yoga and Pilates, it's definitely practicing what I preach. Like I like to do what I'm doing. Oh my gosh. Okay, look at this. What are you? Are you a turkey? Or like some sort of... Oh, hold on, I gotta get a better video of this. You are so interesting. What are you? You're blue and red and black and white. Kind of look like a chicken. Got a red beak. What are you eating? Oh, you're eating the seeds from the palm tree. Oh my god, look at the big claw on you. You're like a dinosaur. Look at that. Yeah, what I was going on about, I think, was that I like teaching through what I love, right? So I love movement, I love music, I love dance, I love yoga, and I love drama. So these are the things that I teach, right? But that's me just educating myself in those things and then trying to pass on the knowledge. Like no one is an expert. I don't think anyone's an expert. If anyone is saying that they're an expert, they're full of it, because you can't be an expert on anything. You can definitely be more informed because you've placed your interests in that avenue and that's where you're educating yourself. But I don't think anyone's an expert. So I would say I'm a practitioner of yoga, meditation, dance, movement, Pilates, drama. Like, I suppose it's like my interest, so then I've tried to make my work out of those things. So I'm like, how can I be involved more in nature, educate more on nature, and then pass on? No, I can't do that. Like, I can only just do what I can do. But I like the idea of teaching yoga outside in nature, being embraced by Mother Nature, Mother Earth, and like listening to the sounds of nature. Like when I was doing some of my yoga teacher training, you could hear the sounds of the jungle, you can see the trees, you could feel the weather. We had this sky chalet that we were doing a lot of our practice in. You could see the rain happening or you could feel the heat, and there was so much going on around you, and then you're learning about this beautiful spiritual practice. And that's another thing with yoga. And that's maybe my thing that I'm observing here. So it might not just be here, but it's funny when I say to some people that I'm a yoga teacher and they're like, oh, you must be so flexible. I'm like, that's not what yoga is about. Like, yoga is about, yes, you're using the poses in the body to bring alignment to your body and bring awareness to your body, but yoga is so much more. It's more about connecting your mind, your body, and your soul together. And practicing meditation has taught me so much, and it is such a gift. I wish everybody could like learn as much as I have so far about meditation, and that if you're not doing it now, get on board. There's a brilliant app called the Insight Timer, which my mum introduced me to, and it's guided meditation. So you can just tap one each day. It can be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever it is. And you can have a guided meditation, which can just change your mind, like your mood, your feelings, how you bring awareness to your breath and being present where you are, which is what I'm going to do now because I keep coming to share, but I'm also wanting to be where I am. This beautiful little tree tunnel. Ooh. Oh, it feels so good. It's like the wind has got a little tunnel to go through, and the sounds of the leaves. Look at this little pond over here. It's got all these like lilies in it. Must be lots of frogs in here. That was another lovely thing about being in Bali, was seeing little frogs every day and butterflies every day. I suppose just being immersed in nature. Oh, it's just so uplifting, and it just gives you so much. Like I want to find a way to live in nature. Like I know I live near nature, but living in a house, we get used to obviously living in a house, but I think I just need to be out in nature as much as possible. I feel like we all do, because there's so much we can get from it. I think the gift of being here in Sydney with the weather being a bit warmer, you just get to be outside so much more. But that's not an excuse to not be outside. My mum is a great example of that, because she will get out hiking no matter the weather in the west of Ireland, rain, wind, hail, snow, out in it, and you get to really connect yourself with the earth and the elements, and just being in nature is just so, it just gives you energy, I think. Yeah, I need to like go get a tent or something, find somewhere to camp, and just wake up to this. Oh, that's what I would absolutely love. Wake up to the sounds of nature, or go to sleep to the sounds of nature. Like you're that close to it. What I love about staying in a place that I've stayed in, like this mobile, like a mobile home, like a caravan, you're actually just so much closer to nature because the walls aren't that thick. So you can hear everything. You can hear a donkey down the road. You can hear the sounds of the rain on the roof. Like there's something quite fun about being just a little bit closer to nature. You open the door, you see all the weather happening around you in the windows, because it's not so closed off from nature like a house is. Like obviously we need houses, but I just want to find a way to just be in nature a little bit more. Go live in a minivan, that's the plan. I might not be able to do it long term, but like for a month or two. A lovely spot to have some lunch. Looking out over the pond, watching the birds. I can see a few of them sleeping in the grass. That's like my favourite saying that my nephew said to me. I did a little game with him where I asked where all different animals sleep. Most of them were sleeping in the grass. Some were sleeping in the trees, some were sleeping in the water. These birds are sleeping in the pond. I'll have to show him this so he can see. I've mainly come here today to this park, Centennial Park, to see the bats so I can take a video and send them to my nephew to show him. Look at the bats sleeping. These lovely little, tunnels of trees are so cool. Like a little cave. I made myself a little packed lunch. While I was making my breakfast this morning, I was like, oh, I'm going to make a little packed lunch for myself. Little quinoa, veg, tofu, got a little apple in my bag, a little kind of paleo bar thing. I feel like a little child off to school with my little lunchbox. Oh, how fun. This is something I've been practicing for a while, is being like present with my meals. I'm just like enjoying, even looking at what I'm eating, tasting it, slowing down to taste every little thing. So here, there's like quinoa and stuff, but I had such a delicious breakfast this morning. I like made it, sat outside, and then I took in all the tastes. And like, so I was listening to the birds outside, but I was like, crumpets are the best flipping thing ever. So I'd like crumpet with a little goat cheese that was like soft, spreadable on top. I had 2 fried eggs, and I had some mushrooms and avocado. And the taste of each thing was so good. I was just like, I don't want this to end. This is just so nice. But when you're present with your meals, you can enjoy them so much more. You help yourself digest better, that you're not just shoveling food in and like watching TV or just being kind of like on your phone or something like that, like I am now. But there's like this moment that you can actually be present with your meals, and it can help you just savor them more. Because sometimes, I don't know if you've ever found that you eat at such a speed because you're so hungry that the food's gone in and you don't even realize that you have eaten your food because you weren't even present with it. And then you're hungry like 2 minutes later because you're like, what did I just eat? So now I'm gonna go back and be present with my meal. But it's just so, aren't I so lucky to be able to make a little lunchbox for myself, off on a little adventure. There's like a bee or I don't know what it is. It's a big bee. It's like maybe a hornet or something. I've just realized something. These little guys, they're on the water. They're like a water chicken or something. Like, they're over there walking around. Walking on the water. With the one with the blue front and the red, he's walking. I can see him over there. I don't know if you can see through this video. But this guy is walking on the land and walking on the water. I don't know what they are. I'm just going to call them a water chicken. Or a water... Yeah, it just is the closest thing that I can recognize it to be is like a chicken. Funky chicken. Funky water chicken. There we go. I love what I've learned from like living in different countries. For instance, with Italy, like I was just thinking of there after I finished my lunch, of how important food is and how like the seasons, especially where I was living, it was like right amongst like all the vineyards where all the wine was grown in Valpolicella, and being immersed by nature, like again, it's like you can see the seasons change. You can smell the seasons change because like the way the grapes in the vineyards kind of took over all that land there. You could see like the flowers growing in different times of the year, and then when it was time to harvest, and there was so much different fruit and I suppose vegetables and fruit that were more what's the word I'm looking for? More common to that area. But with my friends, they told me just with like there's different times of the year, there's almost these celebrations for different types of food. Like I'm gonna get the name wrong, I want to say castagna, but like is it chestnuts, horse chestnuts, where it's like autumn time where they have like a festival to celebrate it, and then people eat it so much more at that time. But you're eating seasonally, like you're eating the produce of your land, like where you live, and you're celebrating it seasonally. And like I got to try one of these like fruits, I can't remember the name of it now, but it looks like a big tomato. It's kind of orangey, but I'd never tried one before, and it was grown on the trees outside one of the apartments I lived in. And I got one from the shop one day, and I was like, I need to experience this. And I put a spoon in, because you could eat it like a spoon, but it was like weird. It was like jelly, but like, was it like jelly? It was kind of like, it's almost like a peach jelly. But when you ate, yeah, it was such an interesting texture and it was quite a nice taste, but it was quite messy as well. Like you wouldn't want to eat it with your hand. You need like a spoon to eat it. But yeah, just experiencing different types of foods that I hadn't before, but also different kind of rules around eating and rituals and stuff as well. Like even I think it's so funny that I was taking a video of my lunch there, because I know my friend will be like, what? Like she thought it was so funny before because I wanted to add avocado with our lunch, because she'd have pasta for lunch every day of her life, and then as like I would make different meals, so I was like, is it okay if I add avocado? And I was taking a photo of the lunch that she made. She goes, don't be putting the avocado in that photo, because it was like making it look very not typical Italian, because there's typical foods, the typical dishes that you have. And I remember I made my friends dinner one time, and so like a roast dinner, right? Like it'd be like potato, your veg, your meat, whatever else, all on the same plate. And I think they were just not sure of where to begin. Like what why is this all on the same plate? Because when I've gone for dinner around theirs or gone out for dinner, you'd have like, okay, primi piatti, secondi, like you're gonna have your pasta dish as almost as a starter, your main like would be your meat dish, but you're gonna have a separate dish for your vegetables, and then you know there might be other kind of things, like you might have with your aperitivo, you might have some snacks at that point. But there's so many rules. And then when I was putting all the food on the same plate, it was like, where do we begin? And my mate came to visit me in Ireland, and she wanted to know the typical dish of Ireland, and bless her. Well, she wouldn't got fish and chips, because she wanted to get fish and chips, but I gave her the experience of a curry cheese chip, because to be honest, that is like a typical dish of Ireland, but it's more I suppose like a rural kind of different, is it? I don't know. So I grew up as a teenager going down to the chipper having a curry cheese chip, or a chicken fillet roll is obviously a typical dish of Ireland. But there are obviously other ones that are more typical, and like I'm gonna like offend people now, like you have the beef and Guinness stew and stuff like that, and then, but like nowadays it is a curry cheese stew, isn't it? Or a chicken fillet roll. Yeah. So the rules of eating in Italy have taught me so much, but also to appreciate seasonal food and what's grown in the area. So I'm eating, what do I have? Tofu, quinoa, veg. I don't know what's grown around here. Well, there's lots of more tropical veg here. I eat a lot of avocados here, and I love avocados, so I'm lucky that I get to eat avocados every day. But they get like nice, really big ones here as well, and they're always ripe compared to when you get them in Ireland. They're like a little bit hard. You gotta wait for them to ripen up a bit. But what have I tried here? I've tried some of the fish here at Barramundi. I've tried, but I'm still a bit new to eating meat and things, so I haven't tried any kangaroo. I won't be trying any kangaroo, to be honest. And yeah, there's not any real, I mean, the beef here I think is good quality beef, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'd be more interested in trying like the veg and the fruit of the area. I'm gonna have to go research that as well. So there's 3 things I'm gonna go off on research now and find out a little bit more. But yeah, it's interesting, like, so being a personal trainer and a nutrition coach and helping people, whether it's with weight loss or helping them learn to nourish themselves, and it's all through the path of me having to do that to myself as well, because I had to go through I'm going into a tunnel here of trees, wandering through the woods. Hopefully there's no spiders in here. Yeah, I had to do my own learning and healing of nutrition, which gave me such an interest in it that I wanted to share what I learned. But even while being a personal trainer, I've learned so many different ways, and there's so many fads nowadays in the fitness industry that you're like, there's too many people giving too much advice, and it's so overwhelming. I'm going through a bit of a muddy bit now. But not everyone can be painted with the same brush. There's not one way that everyone should eat, and there's not one way everyone should exercise. You should listen to your own body and to your own gut and follow what suits you. Now, when it comes to like weight loss, we do need to be conscious of what we're eating and mindful of what we're putting in our bodies to nourish ourselves, like making sure we're getting enough vitamins through our food and stuff. But it's also being realistic, right? Anytime I've kind of helped someone with weight loss, it's something that is like creating something sustainable. Whether you find exercise that you enjoy, that you're going to continue doing because you enjoy it, and finding a way to eat that is sustainable, that it's not going to be like a restrictive diet that you're going to be like, well, this isn't going to last because I'm not going to be able to keep this up. And I've found it even with myself. Like, I've tried out all of the different diets when I was younger, like keto and just all these things that you're kind of restricting yourself in. It's just not sustainable long term. But I know now what my body needs is obviously a good amount of fiber and protein, but not restricting carbs so much. Like, I'm allowed bread, I'm allowed chocolate. It's just knowing the amounts and not going overboard, because obviously they taste good, so you don't want to just go crazy, which I sometimes can, and be like more. But also like allowing yourself to have like alcohol, like I did last night. Look at this little chair here, so cute. But again, everything in moderation, and planning is the best thing. Like, if you know you're going to be going out, you're like, right, well, if I have a good healthy breakfast, a nice healthy lunch, and I'm sensible with my food choices, I can have a couple drinks and not go crazy and go overboard. It's just sometimes pressing the big red button can be like, well, I've done this, I've ruined this, I might as well just eat everything in the house and drink everything inside. But it's also, I'm finding with exercise, so teaching classes here and seeing there's all these like fads and stuff that people are mad about doing, and like the labels that things have, and that's what people are like, oh, that's what we should be doing because that's what everyone's doing. But like, that's what I'm so passionate about. Like, yoga is not just a thing about being flexible, it's not being the most flexible in the room. It's finding a source of movement that suits what you like to do and suits your schedule, but also your body. Like my training has changed over the years of growing up. If I'm 36 now, the way I trained when I was in my early 20s is not the way I train now. I don't do all these HIIT classes and teaching spin and all this just more intense kind of style of training. I do much more things that align with me and my hormones and my body, and I like to keep strong and be strong, but I like to move a lot. So I just prioritize what I want to learn and what I want to help my body in, keeping its strength and keeping healthy. So dance is obviously priority. You have to dance every day, even if it's only a minute or 10 or 40. And then yoga every day, meditation. Meditation is not really physical exercise, but it's a breathing exercise that you can practice before meditation, during meditation, and then walking everywhere, cycling, and then boxing is fun because it's learning a new skill. Learning dance is so fun, like learning choreo. It's really good for your mind as well, like your brain is being challenged. And then I do some strength training still, but not to even the same amount. I do much more Pilates now, and then again it's just like building your strength from the inside out. And then yoga is so fun because there's so many elements to it. You can build your cardio output with the kind of flows that you can do, or build your strength and your balance, stand on your head. That's one I'm still trying to practice, but opening up the body from years of doing strength training and powerlifting. Like those muscles that I built have sometimes caused me to be a little bit stiff and tighter, so I'm trying to step away from that now and really open up the body. And like my areas that would be tight would be my lats, so I'm really trying to work on my back bends and reduce all that tightness and really work on it. But it'll only get there with practice. But yeah, listen to your body. That's my advice to my clients, is listen to what your body needs and wants. Like, what way do you want to move? What way is fun for you to move? What way do you think you would like to continue moving? If it's walking, if it's hiking, if it's running, that's fine, but you have to like it. Don't just do it because other people tell you that that's what you have to do. And then nourishing your body. Like, don't restrict yourself, but just know that obviously a big bag of Maltesers every day is not really going to be ideal. But one Malteser or a couple every day is not that bad, but just not a whole bag, and not just pressing the big red effort button when you've had, a drink or a bad meal. Nothing's bad. Things are helpful or unhelpful, but there's no foods that are good or bad. That's silly. Food can't be good. It doesn't have motives, it's just, you're just going to eat it or not eat it. That's the thing. And is it going to be adding to your nutrition? Maybe. Is it going to be adding to your joy? Maybe. So just finding the balance of that is what I've learned over time. And then don't over restrict, because all that's going to do is going to cause you to, what's the word? I had it in my mind, when you go one way and then you go back the other way. I'll think of it. That's it. Overindulgence. When you over restrict, then the opposite is overindulgence. So when someone, even if they lose weight too quickly, usually what happens is that you'll put a lot of that weight back on. That's why everything needs to be in a timely manner, and slow progress is something that is sustainable, not all at once. Anything all at once is going to have some karmic effect to it that you're going to go back the other way. So I've learned that myself, even with weight loss. I've lost weight before, but then when I've lost it too quickly, there's this little part of me that's like, oh, and then you put it on back again. But slow progress and something that's sustainable, and you keep looking after yourself and you enjoy the process of looking after yourself, then you get all these other bonuses and side effects. And once you make something like your only goal, like if weight loss is your only goal, you're only focusing on that, that's like sad and depressing. Like, it has to be like finding joy through learning how to move the body, learning how to get stronger, learning how to look after yourself, learning like a new skill like boxing or dancing or something where it's helping to add more movement to your life. Or, you know, learning about food and learning about nutrition can give you more awareness to what you're putting in your body, and then that can give you all the benefits as well. So that's what I was rambling about. I'll shut up now anyway and just go back to nature. There's the water chicken again. Walking on the water. Up and go. So this is near the duck pond, and also near where the bats are sleeping. There's lots of little bin chickens around here. Oh, there's a water chicken running after a bin chicken. I don't know if that's their names. Water chickens and bin chickens. We're all chickens. We all started off as dinosaurs, didn't we? Now, I know that the trees are some had some flora over here. Maybe I can see them already. I don't know if you can see them. Oh, I can hear them. Down. Oh, there's a big tree full of them. Oh, fruit bats. Yeah, that's where they're sleeping in the water. Look at them all up here. Doing a bit of nature forest bathing. I'm going to lie down and look up at the bats because then I don't hurt my neck as much. This is so cool. So no one poops on me. No bat poops on me. Not directly under me. There's one over there. Look at this one in the baby. might put something on my head just in case I don't want to get pooped on. Just me asking for trouble. I don't want to get pooped on. So if I lie like this, at least if I get pooped on, it won't get on my face or my mouth. Milk from its mommy. It's a little baby bat. So many of them here. Oh, I don't think I can see on the camera, but this is so cute. This little baby bat is like got a little furry head. Looks like a little cat. Or a baby fox or something. I wish this camera was better on this phone. It's so cute. The sound of them is crazy. I'm just gonna hang out here for a while. It's so relaxing just being and lying in nature. I went to this beautiful park. It's actually in Wicklow. It's like a park that you walk through and it has all these different statues. I can't remember the name of it now. But there was a little like sunbed, but it was in the forest and it gave you the description of what forest bathing is. And that was just my introduction to, yes, you need to immerse yourself in nature and just lying in it. And so that's what I'm going to do now. But the bed was quite cool because it was almost like a really comfortable way of lying. Like something was supporting your head, something was supporting your knees and your feet, so that you could just like fully like relax your body. But then you're just lying there in the forest. So there's sunbathing that's necessary, getting all that vitamin D, and forest bathing is very necessary. So I'm going to just go bathe for the next couple hours. I'm still here. I can't get enough of these bats. They're so cute. Oh, I want this baby one. Oh, there's one flying. Flap, flap, little bats. Like, it's always in the evening that I see them fly. This is just seeing them stretching out their wings here. I'm not seeing many fly during the day. Because they only come out at night, of course. Nocturnal, surely. That must be it. Bunny rabbits are, what's the word? It's not nocturnal. They're more awake in the morning and the evening. And then they nap during the day. That's what I learned, having a lovely little bunny rabbit as a pet. And they get the zoomies in the morning and the evening. So bats must be nocturnal, because they sleep during the day and come out at night in the evening time. Or maybe they're dawn and dusk as well. Okay, I'm gonna go find it out rather than just saying stuff that I don't actually know is true. I'm gonna learn. Yes, bats are nocturnal. They come out at dusk to do all their hunting. There's a reason that they're nocturnal, and then they obviously sleep during the day in like trees and caves and buildings. Oh my god, I thought something picked up me, it was a leaf. But their wings are very thin, so they will dehydrate very quickly. So that's why they don't come out during the day, to prevent dehydration and keeping the moisture in their wings, their body. And then they go in search for insects and bugs and stuff at dusk. There, look at all these bats. Oops, that's this baby one. Oh, some of them are flying now. What's going on? It's like the afternoon, so they won't be going on the hunt for anything. But it's not too hot today. It's like 24, 25 degrees. It's a bit wind. But it must be tough when it's very hot here. There's a lot going on. There's so many more sleeping in the trees over there. Oh, I want to go find them. Going on or something. There's more spiders kind of there. I will not be going in. Some of them flying around. They're having a little discussion, a little meeting going on. Don't know what kind of bird that is. Oh, there seems to be a bit of panic, maybe, because these birds are flying around where the bats are. Uh-oh. Birds eat bats? These bats are about the size of the birds, so I don't maybe. Bit of wind. Well, the animals always sense something, don't they? Before we sense it. I'm more in tune with what's going on. Maybe a little storm is coming or something. There's a bit of wind. One thing I remember, well, there's a don't remember, but from being in Africa at my uncle's, you're so much more in touch with nature there because you're out in the, like, it's like 3 hours from the city, so you're really out in the bush. And he was showing me during the day when it was going to rain one day because all of the ants had rushed to the surface of the earth and they were just scurrying around like they were so busy. And he goes, it's going to rain. I was like, oh, well, that's interesting. Like, all the ants come to the surface when it's going to rain. So maybe it's going to rain. Maybe that's why the birds and the bats are gone mad. Who knows? It's saying something though. Don't know what it is. I don't speak bat. There's so much that we can learn from nature. Like, little things about whether it's like the plants growing. Like, things take time. I was talking about this earlier in the week. Like, an oak tree takes decades to become an oak tree. So there's nothing that happens quickly. Like, things move at the pace that they move at. Things are unpredictable, like in life. You can't control everything. And nothing is perfect as well. Like, even the way, well, it is perfect in its own way, but like the way a tree is, it's not like this. It's like this and this and this and this. And there's all these different like things, and the reason that things grow is because of their surroundings. So the environment helps things grow. So as like a human, if we want to grow, we need to surround ourselves in a nourishing environment, and we will either grow or we will be stunted depending on what our environment is like. Yeah, there's so much. I'm going to go and do a bit of writing now and finish my ramblings. I hope you've enjoyed all the bats like I have and all the chats with myself.